Okay, the first thing that we're going to go over is what I call the prone position, or the down prone position. How you get there right now is irrelevant. What we're mainly interested in is what you do once you're down there. Whether you're pushed down there, you're knocked down there, or you're just down there laying down reading a book and you have your attacker bothering you and you can fight from the ground. This is going to give you a few examples of this. Okay? Be laying down, the attacker comes forward, and kick. Okay? Okay, the second section that we're going to go over is also from the prone position, but this is when your attacker is actually attacking you. These two scenarios that we're going to do is probably the most prevalent of the two. Once a person gets you down, they either want to try to football kick you or stomp your brains in. These are two self-defense situations or techniques that you could use in these situations. There's a lot more. Just use your imagination. This is just the base of what it is that you can do. We'll also show this in a couple of different angles. This is when I'm off my feet. How I got there, like I said, is irrelevant. And I'm standing here and I'm like going to get up when he's knocking down, and he's going to throw a football kick, try to kick my head off my shoulders. Okay, ready? Okay, this next part is another prone position technique, but this is with a stomp, and we're going to have an A and B variation. And there's reasons for both. I'll explain them to you as we go. Okay? First one, you're trying to get up. One of the things a lot of people will try to do is try to stomp you and keep you down. That's what we're going to be doing now. Whenever you're ready, you want to roll in, blocking the leg of back from behind. Turn, kick to the body or the groin, whichever one that you can get to. If it's far enough away, you put your legs and hit down and punch him to the groin from behind. Okay? Another video, we're going to go over one of the most common attacks there is as far as ground fighting is concerned. I call it the top straddle hold. Once you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. You've either had it done to you, or you've done it to somebody, or both in one time or another in your life. It's very common, so you need to have it. These are very basic principles as far as the techniques is concerned. This first series we're going to do is, as soon as the person gets you in the top straddle position, you have to act, you have to react, because if he starts punching at you, you're very, very vulnerable to punches because you cannot move like you can when you're standing up. You have barriers, you have the floor behind you, you're limited to which way you can move, right or left. You can't move it all backwards. You can barely move forwards. It's according on where he's setting on you at the time. And we're going to do a bunch of different variations to cover a wide different spectrum of how somebody might get you in this position. Along with later on some punches and chokes. But these first few will be just as the person gets you in a top straddle position. First thing I need to do is what a lot of times happens is when a guy is down here, he tries to punch this guy in the face, and all he has to do is lean back. And he can't punch, he can just block, punch me in the face, do whatever he wants to do. He has his way with me. The targets that are left out is right here. Very basic target. Whether you do any damage or not, it gets a reaction. The guy will bend over. You finger jab him in the eye, grab the shoulder, slam him in the face, roll over on top of him, and you can apply a choke or whatever you need to do. Just to bring right into it. And he's got your hands pinned here. Okay? Very simple technique. Okay, choke. This is all you have. You're just hooking his hand behind your arm. You don't even need this hand. Of course you would to get him out.